Hello and welcome to
Yeah.
Tarot for Kindness. This is our get together where me in Los Angeles and my friend Yvonne in Kiev get together to do tarot readings to raise money to send to Yvonne, who buys groceries for seniors in Ukraine who are struggling just to put food on the table, really struggling. So, this is such a an act of kindness. It really is an act of kindness. We are doing tarot for kindness. Yvonne came up with
And
that name.
and today I desperately need money because I have only one donation at the moment for $20 only, and if needed, I'm ready to dance.
Are you going to do a hopak?
Yeah, any kind of dance.
Oh my gosh, you know a hopak.
So
Well, they
guys,
don't. Do you,
let's take it seriously today. We
yeah.
really need it. We had a very good Wednesday yesterday. I mean, so because for the most of you,
It's a
it's
Wednesday,
still
but for
Wednesday.
you, it's
Yeah.
Thursday morning at 5:30 in the
Uh,
morning
I
for him.
really don't want to fail today.
Okay, well, Judy is going to get a reading, and she sent a 3 card reading. So
Excellent.
we've already
Thank you,
got a three
Judy.
card reading just for yeah. So Judy wants a 3 card. What's your question? She's sitting over there. She's like, I want to be the first one. Do you, or I'll go when it's slow. I go, it's always slow in the beginning when we're talking. I said, you can go in the beginning. So what is your question?
What's my usual question?
About business?
Yes.
What's the question? Don't you love it, Judy? This is a way for you to get reading every week.
Exactly. And
And
give a
feed
meal to the grannies.
and feed the grannies too, right?
It's working for everybody.
Okay, business. She wants to know business. She's a girl who knows what she wants. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Where's your diamonds? All right. She's like my sister. This is my sister over here. In fact, I'm closer with you than I am with my sister.
I was going to say like.
You're better than my sister. Okay. All right. Let's see how your business is doing. How's biz?
How's biz?
All right. Ooh, I love it. I love it even more. Oh, interesting. Okay. She's coming over to look at the card. We've got first card up is King of Swords. I'm going to talk to them because they don't want me talking over to you. So, what King of Swords represents is like your power, right? When we
It's
see
an earth energy. I know already.
air energy,
Oh, okay.
King
I will be
energy.
silent.
You're going to have to go to my tarot class that takes place starting October 8th, beginning tarot. Okay, Yvonne, come to beginning tarot class. It, t-
Uh,
it takes place
let's
at,
stay alive until October 8th because we here in Ukraine we don't plan for that long.
yeah, telling you, you live
October
day to
8th.
day.
It's like you offer me to do something in 2030, for example.
Unbelievable. Yeah. When October comes, I'm going to get you in the class because it takes place at 12 noon on Sundays. So it's like 8, 9, 10 p.m. your time. It's not too late. It's at the end of the night for you. You could take that tarot class. Anyway, that's not why we're here. Then you can start doing the readings and I don't have to come here anymore. I could take the evening, not Wednesday nights off, and you could just do the tarot readings. Okay, so Judy's question, it was about business. The King of Swords is the air king. All right. So what that means is, first of all, let's talk about king energy. King energy is elevated energy. It means you're capable, you're strong, you're smart. I mean, the swords element. The swords goes with the air element, which represents thinking and communication, rational thinking and communication. So what this is telling me, Judy, is that you're really coming into your strength, your power, and your wisdom in terms of communication is going to be very powerful over the next month or the next week. it's also talking about the ideas that you have and the rational brain that you have and how smart you are. So it's like lean into your skills, lean into that leadership ability that you have, and lean into your great intelligence, your great communication skills. I also get a sense that this is like at this week, because I mean, let's just talk about this week, being this week. It's like you're going to have opportunities. It's not just like, well, yeah, I'm smart, whatever. Okay, fine. Or I can communicate well, fine. No, it's like you lean into it, like push yourself even a little bit to like speak to people that normally might intimidate you, or to kind of challenge yourself a little bit in that area, because maybe it's a little too comfortable. Maybe it's a little too, like, you're very, very good at this, but maybe you need to um push it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like reach out to people that you might normally go, oh, can I talk to that person? Yeah, you can talk to that person. I almost get a sense like talking to high level people will be happening this week for you. Really speaking to high level movers and shakers, because you're in that rarefied air of the kings, right? So this is a very good sign of you like moving but move with confidence. Like you can do it. You're totally capable. You totally can do it. Not like that. I mean, it really looks good. This is a great week in terms of business. 6 of Wands showing up. This is like card of appreciation and being validated and having people look at you with like, wow, you did it. So that's why I'm getting this sense of like you could, or if you see like a door opening a little bit, push that door open. That's kind of the sense that I'm getting. Push that door open, and because you will be received, welcomed. You will be welcomed. Look at this guy. He's riding on his horse. He's got the victory wreath on his head. He's got all these guys around him are like, yay, you did it, right? There's this energy around you of success. This is a success card. So I almost feel like you have to push the door a little bit or do something a little bit higher level. And it may be slightly out of your comfort zone, but not, once you're in there, you'll feel fine. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Okay. Last one, Page of Swords. Page of Swords energy goes along with King of Swords, but almost like it's like the dad and the kid. You can relate to this. What do the kids like? Where do like we look at like the people that are older and go, they have great wisdom and experience. What do the younger ones have? Energy. You both said energy. Also,
maybe new ideas.
New ideas. And I almost like get that idea, like, like I do with my kids. I'll go like, I can't figure this out on the computer. And then my kids are like, it's fixed. I'm like, what? What did you do? What kind of magic is right? It's like, what? So I'm like technology, fresh things, fresh ideas, but have that enthusiasm, have that energy, come up with, be willing to embrace new ideas, be willing to embrace new technology. There may be something around, I always think of Page of Swords as being like the techie kid, right? That techie kid who can code, that techie kid who knows how to fix your computer, because it's intelligence. And it's also, air energy is like electricity moving through the air. So it's got like a lot of that kind of tech, high tech, but fresh tech. And there may be something that's showing up for you this week that has to do with tech, or maybe even a person coming in who's a tech person who's able to help with your business. So it could be person, could be, a program, it could be a concept, but it's like a platform. Exactly. Yeah. So I see a lot of fresh energy, new energy, but you come with a lot of wisdom, experience, and talent. And success. Yeah. Success around it. Very good. I think if you push to like lean into your strengths, you're going to have great success this week in your business.
I like that.
On this month. We've got already some readings coming in. This is great.
I'm sending it over to you right now.
Okay. All right. So Bruce has, oh, wonderful. Okay, Bruce. 2-card question. Will the family next door to me, with their backyard filled with hideous plastic kitty furniture and toys, move away and be replaced by people with no children? Well, how does Bruce feel about? Tell us how you really feel about kids, Bruce. Oh my gosh. Well, it's like a lot. If they're not your kids, it's bad enough screaming and the this and that when they are your kids. I mean, come on, we all want to get away when that's happening. But when there aren't your kids and you're having to hear all that noise and crying and screaming and yelling and all, there's not a lot of peace around that. Okay. Bruce is longing for a peaceful, quiet neighbor. All right.
Can I add something before you start your reading? Actually, the question is not about kids, because kids grow up exactly how parents will behave them.
Parent
So
them, yeah, or
actually,
train them.
this is not a question about family with or without children. This is the question about exactly these adults who live there, I think.
Yeah, letting the kids make a lot of noise and visual pleasure too. Oh, you don't want to look at a bunch of plastic kiddie pools. Well, winter is
My kid
coming.
didn't make any noise because I forbid him to do this.
He's a very, very well-behaved child, your son. It's about the furniture too.
I see. I
You want
hate trash too.
plastic. Plastic is not fun to see. Tacky plastic furniture. All right. Bruce's aesthetic sensibilities are offended by this neighbor. All
Can
right, let's
perfectly
see.
understand.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Bruce cracks me up. He always has. You're very clever, Bruce. You're so smart and so clever. And you're also very funny, like with a very dry sense of humor. I know this is real, but I can still laugh. Okay. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Okay. This is an interesting 2 cards. Bruce also went through my tarot class. Bruce, tarot class is starting again in October. And since you already did it, you can repeat for free. You know that. Look at our 2 cards. We have 8 of Swords and the Hermit card. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. So our first card is the sense of being entrapped. I have this as there's 2 aspects to this card for me. The first one is you feel trapped by this, looking down on this thing that you have no control over, or you think you have no control over. Remember, she feels like that she's trapped, but if she took off her blindfold, she would see, oh, I'm not really trapped. I just need to wiggle out of these wrappings and I can walk forward, right? And Hermit is my card. All right. So there's a feeling of being entrapped, but in reality, you're not as trapped as you think you are. The other thing is, I'm wondering if that family feels like they can't move, that they have to stay. I don't think they're happy where they are either. Interesting. I mean, I'm not saying they're not happy with you. I'm just thinking maybe the apartment's too small. There's not enough space. This feels like we feel trapped, right? We feel trapped. So I think both you and the family are both feeling like you're trapped when you aren't really trapped. Very interesting. Now, the Hermit card is your card, right? What is the Hermit doing? First of all, the Hermit is very wise. He's sitting up in his cave. He's contemplating spiritual concepts. He's praying. He's doing his thing by himself. Oh, interesting. I think you're correct about that, family. However, in our tarot card, the Hermit is not in the cave. He is outside and he has a lantern. Now, there's lots of interpretations of this. This is like the lantern of Diogenes looking for the one honest man. Am I remembering that correctly? Diogenes? I have to sweep away the cobwebs to remember that one. But it's also the lamp of enlightenment, showing the way to the enlightenment. So what this tells me is for you yourself to think outside of the box on this situation. think outside of the box on this situation. You're looking at it in a very, what I would say, dualistic way. It's either they're there and the plastic toys are there and the noisy kids are there, or they're not there. But maybe there's a third, a fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh option. All right. Second thing, I'm going to propose something that's maybe seems extreme. Why don't you make friends with that family? When you make friends with that family, you can find, as you get close to them, if it's possible, it may be beyond repair, or I don't know if there's been any encounter with them, but if you make friends with them, you might find about them feeling trapped, and you might be able to show them the way out if you have contact with them. Meaning, oh gosh, you could live on Long Island and you could have a house and you could have, a big yard for the kids to play in. It'd be better for your kids, good schools over there, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to, if you befriend them, you might be able to advise them. If you cannot befriend them, if it is like a acrimonious neighbor situation, or want to, or whatever, then do spell work along those lines, that they find a solution and that they find their way out of what they're seeing as a trapped situation, that they discover a way out. I was friendly with the father, but he apparently moved away about 2 years ago. So it's a single mom and kids, and they probably do feel trapped, right? So do a spell. You know how to do a spell, Bruce. Do a spell that they discover a way out of this, because they feel trapped. And they feel, when you feel trapped, especially with the 8 of Swords energy, you feel like, oh my gosh, there's no way out. You give up almost. We don't want them to give up. We want them to feel empowered. I can do this. I can make a change. I can have this, we can have a better living situation. I think there's a good way to get out of it. But you have to show the light either through making friends with the mom, be friendly with the family, or do spell work behind the scenes, one or the other. Thank you so much.
Add a couple of words?
Of course you can.
As far as I remember, Diogenes was a guy who lived in Athens, and he's famous by his sentence when he was walking the Athens streets at the daytime with a torch in his hand, and he was looking for a people. He said, "I am looking for a people. I am looking for a human," something like this. So it was like an allegory. I don't know if this word exists in English, which means that he cannot find any good human at the daytime with the torch, even with the torch in his hand. So this is the question about finding some human features in this family, I think. So to see a human in them. So you are right, and becoming their friend is this is a strategy that can only seem non-trivial, but in fact this is a very good and obvious strategy, because if you become their friend, it will be much harder to refuse if you ask them for something. Much harder.
Yeah, that friendship, I mean, Canterbury, see, he's a single man. He's looking for hot stewardesses from those stewardesses from 1967 are now in their 80s. I just want to point that out.
and they can be even more louder than the kids.
That's true. They're inviting all their boyfriends over. Do you really want that, Bruce?
Oh, 2 cards I built from
Lena. Lena, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lena.
Thank you so much for the donation. Oh my gosh, that is very sweet. Thank you.
Why don't you friend me on Facebook?
Yes,
would like to tag you.
yes. Let's put up Yvonne's Facebook link. Thank you so much. There's the link, the QR code that you can add Yvonne on Facebook and become friends with him. And then you'll see the seniors that you're helping, cute little posts. And I mean, it's a lovely, uplifting, and heartwarming page. You see people who are so grateful to have this 2 weeks of basic groceries, $40, as we mention often, $40 fee purchases 2 weeks of basic groceries for these seniors. And when you purchase that, Lena, you purchased a week's worth of groceries for a senior. We just appreciate that so much. And Yvonne will thank you with a link to you. When you friend him, he will put a link and say, thank you, Lena. And when I make a donation, he says, thank you to me. So yeah, it's lovely to see. And you get to also see Yvonne's family, and his cute little son is having adventures out in the countryside right now for summer.
No, not right now. He was there only for
okay.
2 days, but he got a lot of impressions.
Yeah, he did some. There was a very cute picture of you and Danny. Danny's his son. Danny is like mountain biking, I guess, in the mud and getting mud all over him. And you had a picture of Danny as a little baby with mud all over him when you were biking with him, right? When he was a little baby on your back.
Yeah.
And it's so cute to see that. See, he remembers what you did to him as a child.
It was 8 years ago. He was, yeah,
so big
eight,
now.
no, 9 years. No, 8 years ago. He was 2.5.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. So cute. So cute. Thank you,
Bruce,
Lena.
I see your friend request. I will confirm it as soon as we finish the stream.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Nancy has a question. I was hoping for a general reading, nothing specific. Oh, that's Lena. Lena, you do want a reading. Good. Okay. So we'll put you at the list. I think there's some people ahead of you. Nancy, John Paul, then Lena, then Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Oh, Lena is next, not Nancy. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, Lena. Just a general 2 card. Okay. Thank you, Love Witch. Love Witch is my right hand. I don't know what I'd do without you. Okay. Let's see what Lena, general reading. You can make a donation with these and not do a reading if you want. Anybody that wants to. If you just want to donate, you can donate and just donate to the cause. That's always welcome. Sometimes people do that. All right. Let's see. Lena, strong energy for you. Thank you so much for your donation, Lena. Okay, general reading. We've got 2 major arcana cards showing up for you. Major arcana cards. So the tarot is divided into 2 sections, the major arcana and the minor arcana. Major arcana cards are like big theme cards. They're very powerful. They're very long-lasting, sometimes long-lasting, but they have big energy. They're big energy cards. Minor arcana cards are like what's happening in your life in the more material plane. These are like big spiritual cards, right? So your first card was the High Priestess. High Priestess energy is about spiritual wisdom. We have this beautiful High Priestess. She's got the crown of Hathor on her head, so Egyptian energy. She's got a cross on her chest. She's got a Torah in her hands. She's got the columns of Solomon's temple on either side. She's got this crescent moon at her feet. She is all about taking spirituality from lots of different areas and making her own recipe. So what this says to you, Lena, is that this is a time for you to be exploring lots of different things. It could be spiritual things, but it could be making your own recipe about anything that's going on in your life right now. Maybe you're interested in writing. And so it would be learning about poetry, learning about nonfiction writing, learning about writing a novel. These are ways that you can take all of these things and make your own unique recipe. You know who does this really well, this process really well, are Sagittarians. People Sagittarius in their, sun sign. Sagittarian people are very exploratory and curious and explore lots of different things and synthesize those things into one belief system, concept, or whatever. Oftentimes, Sagittarians with their career will try lots of different careers in their life. They might be a chef for a little while, then they go and become a massage therapist for a while, then they learn to become a teacher of martial arts. I mean, they just have a wide and varied career life with lots of twists and turns. Our culture does not really honor people that have lots of, let's say, like a Renaissance person, a Renaissance man, or a Renaissance woman. We like people to like have their thing. We know what they're doing, and they do that one thing forever until they reach their success, right? You're a doctor, you go to medical school, then you practice as a doctor your whole life long, that kind of thing. Libra here. Oh, sweet. Libra likes to have smooth and harmonious, but Sagittarian energy is like exploratory. I'm going to learn about this. I'm going to learn about that. I want to try this. I want to experience this, right? Very adventurous. So for you, Lena, this is about being maybe a little more like that, being a little more adventurous, honoring the twists and turns in your own life, and integrating those things into one concept. Meaning, I learned a little bit about this over here, and I learned about a little bit about this over there. It could be even in magic, right? We have eclectic witches. Eclectic witches are people who are like, oh, that works for me. I like that practice, and I like that practice, and I want to bring that in. And they make their own recipe. So the message for you, Lena, is to make your own recipe, and whatever is important in your life, you make it your way, and you do it your way, and you take the information from lots of different sources. All right. That's the first message. Second message is Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is like this idea of the wheel of fate. Fate can be sometimes bad fate, sometimes good fate, but it always spins around and it can change. So one of the things that we think about with Wheel of Fortune is fate changing for the better, or things improving. So if there is something that you've been struggling around in the recent past or currently, that you're struggling with something, this is an improvement in that area. If you find that you're something has been repetitious, almost like I almost think of like that, I'm on the merry-go-round and I keep going around and around and the same things keep happening to me. I think of this as being like getting off of the merry-go-round and having a real solid change and an improvement and a change for the better. So I think that part of this, if we look at these two cards together, we're looking at a shift right now and a change right now. The change being things like getting off of repetitious cycles, learning from lots of different areas, and getting improvement from being willing to integrate and create your own recipe rather than copy what someone else has done or just do one thing. Bring all of it together, integrate all of it, and get off of the repetitious cycle is what I'm picking up for you right now with the Wheel of Fortune. It's that repetitious cycle where something's cycling around and around, and you need to get off the merry-go-round on something. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much, Lena. All right. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it will make sense soon. Sometimes we don't see it, and then we think, and we're like, what's that about? And then later on, you're like, oh my gosh, that's what that's about, All right. Nancy is next. Nancy, thank you so much, Nancy. Nancy's got a 2-card reading. I'm taking my state boards for nursing at the end of the month. I want to know if I'm going to pass. Nancy Montoya, Pisces. Pisces in the house. Woo-hoo. I love Pisces. Pisces is the most intuitive sign, very empathic, very, very empathic. In fact, Pisces challenges to learn to be more having a boundary. Sometimes Pisces pick up everybody's energy. That's tough to carry everybody's energy. Pisces is also highly creative, very, very creative sign, very personally creative. I think there's a different kind of creativity for Pisces. Fire signs are actively creative. Pisces is like dreamy creative. You can dream things into being. All right, let's see. Also very personally creative, like that deep poem. Oh, Nancy, that's wonderful. You do pick up all that energy. Oh, Lena says, thank you so much. Wheel of Fortune is my card. I love it. I love it. Yeah, get off the merry-go-round, Lena. That's what it is. All right, Nancy. Okay. is so interesting. Okay, you 2 cards about your test. First card is 3 of Pentacles. Do you have study buddies? If not, you need to get them. Study buddies. Study buddies are people you study with, you work with to get, you're both all studying for the exam. It could be taking a class. It doesn't, this doesn't necessarily say go take a class, but if you don't know other people that are taking this test, taking a workshop or class could be a great way to meet people that are also taking the test and then study together. I think that that's going to be very motivating for you to have people that are also studying for this exam with you. Are you taking a class? You can drop a note in the comments and let me know. But if you aren't taking a class, that's okay. But then you've got to find study buddies. You've got to find people that are also studying for this exam as well. And a class is a great way to find those people. It takes a village, right? Everybody's doing their part to build this beautiful archway in this church, right? So this is like you have to work together with others. And I think if you don't have a study buddy, maybe you could have a tutor or somebody else or study group or organize a study group. But this would be a great, I'm watching videos. Okay, how can we get a study group together? We have to get creative about that. It could be a tutor or it could be finding a group. I mean, I wonder, it's been so long since I've had to take a test like that for something, passing something. But I wonder if you started looking online and seeing even a Zoom group. It doesn't have to be that you meet in person, but that you could study together online in the Zoom group. And if you found, I bet you, if you did a little poking around, you could probably find like a Facebook group or something like that with people who are studying for the exam. And that is the first advice you're getting with that 3 of Pentacles. Find a group to study with. And that's going to be very motivating. And I think it will give you, what I'm also picking up from this is I think it will give you a feeling, oh, you do a Zoom group. Fantastic. Yes, that is your ticket, your Zoom group. Okay. The Zoom group has, what I'm picking up with this is 2 things. Number 1, the Zoom group is going to motivate you and also give you accountability, right? If you have to be there every week to meet with your Zoom group, then you're going to be prepared, The other thing is, I get the sense that the Zoom group will also give you a sense that you're doing pretty good. Sometimes when we're studying by ourselves, we don't know, are we doing a good job? Do we know enough? Are we going to be there? But I get the sense that having the group around will actually make you go, oh, I do know a lot. I am pretty good at this. I think I am ready. I feel like that's going to be the key to this group, is making you feel that you are ready. Now, I kind of laughed when I saw the 7 of Swords, because 7 of Swords, one of the interpretations of this card is like theft, like he's stealing the swords away from this group and he's sneaking away. And then immediately I thought of like cheating on the test, but I'm like, you're not going to cheat on the test. So that's not what this means, but it made me laugh a little bit, like in a tarot, it was like a tarot joke, like, oh, you should cheat on the test. No, don't cheat on the test. Whatever you do not cheat on the test. But what I get from this is asking for what you need. Like you need something, you need to ask for it. Swords represent thoughts, ideas, and communication. And this guy is getting something, right? And when you think about communication and getting something, that's asking, right? I ask for what I need and then I get what I need. So I feel like there's 2 ways that you have to ask. Number 1, if there's somebody in that Zoom group, no, I can't cheat. Yeah, you definitely are not going to cheat. But it was a little joke, But what I do get is asking for what you need. And I think maybe asking somebody in the group that you get along with, if you can meet with extra study time, that could be one thing. And number 2, if there's an area where you need to study more, asking for help with that area. Meaning like if I'm taking the SAT exam where they have an English component, a math component, and a writing component or whatever, I know in the English and the writing I'll be fine. But on that math component, I would have to ask for help because that math is not my strong suit. So if there's some area of the test where you feel like you're struggling in that area, or you need some extra help, you need to ask for that help. Now, asking for that help could be asking another student who is good in that area to work with you or to help you. It could be hiring a tutor to help you or someone who's training you in that area. The other thing is asking the universe for what it is that you want. Have you asked the universe for what it is that you want? I want to pass this test. So you can ask your deities, you can ask your spirits, you can ask your ancestors, you can ask the universe, but ask for what it is that you want. Ask for it. There's a very interesting thing, affirmations, right? Affirmations are a way of asking. So why not do an affirmation? I passed the test with flying colors. Wonderful, 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 Nancy, you're doing it. Well, then you're doing the right things. You're doing everything you need to pass the exam. This is going to say, if you do these things, you will pass the exam. This card in particular, both of these cards are successfully getting something. They're successfully building this, and he's successfully getting the swords. So there is no failure in these cards. But I do feel like you need to tap into these things that you're working with and work with them and know that these are the ways for you to get it. But don't forget, ask the universe. And affirmations are the way to ask. I passed the test with flying colors. And you keep saying it to yourself out loud until your mind starts to believe it. If you say something enough, you know what they say. I mean, this is not what I'm saying about an affirmation. A lie repeated enough becomes the truth, right? A lie repeated enough becomes the truth. We don't want to lie. We're not saying that you passing is a lie. That's not what I'm saying. But what that means is that if you keep repeating something, even if you have doubts at the beginning, your doubts will eventually go away. Your doubts will eventually go away if you keep repeating it. So keep telling yourself, I'm going to pass. I am passing this test with flying colors. I passed this test with flying colors. I passed this test with flying colors. I passed this test with flying colors. And if you keep saying that, you will pass the test with flying colors. So ask is the message there. All right. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you for your donation. We're feeding some seniors today in Ukraine. We got some money coming, Yvonne. That's good. John Paul, thank you. Has anyone from my past been thinking about me? I know who you're thinking about, John Paul. Let's see if they're thinking about you. All right. All right. One more shuffle and then we'll go. Hi, John Paul. Hi. It's good to see you. Or see your chat. I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing your chat. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'm fascinated by this. The Emperor card is showing up. You know, the Emperor card really represents that person that you're thinking of you. I see that this is a sign that they're thinking of you. Now, one thing I will say about the Emperor card, there's nobody more stubborn than the Emperor card. This is a stubborn person, right? He's got those big mountains behind him. It's just like stubborn as a mountain. We're not moving a mountain. He's not changing his path. He's not doing anything different. He's doing the same thing. But that would say to me, he is thinking about you, but he is not changing or doing anything to change. He doesn't want to change, refuses to change. So, yeah. But thinking about you nonetheless. I mean, that card always, to me, very strongly is about that person for sure. Stubborn energy, strong energy, but stubborn energy. You know, not making a change. But that would indicate he's thinking about you. Well, let's see who else. Do we have anybody else? I think Cynthia. Cynthia. Thank you guys so much. Cynthia, it's great to see you. What King Legacy's agenda and plan towards project for Hezron homecoming tour in Ghana? So you can clarify, Cynthia. King Legacy is the Jamaican. Is that the Jamaican performer? Or is that somebody in Ghana? I don't know.
I think that Cynthia originally talked about guys from Ghana.
No,
a couple of months ago.
No, but she's bringing somebody from Jamaica. believe, over to Ghana. We've had more extensive readings and talks about this, not on here. So let me know, Cynthia. I think that's the person who's coming to Ghana for the first time, is somebody from, oh, he's new on board from Ghana. Okay. All right. So go back to the original question. So he's a guy from Ghana. Okay. All right. So can you flip the original question back? Thank you. Okay. What is King Legacy's agenda and plan toward the project of the Hezron Homecoming Tour in Ghana? Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I really am excited for this project. It feels like such good energy, happy energy. It feels like happy energy. It's a lot of hard work, I know, but there's some real, I feel the emotions. I feel the emotions of it. And it feels like that homecoming energy, you know, that homecoming energy when you come home. Like when I go to Ukraine, you better believe I'm going to be crying the whole time, right? This is where my family's from. I mean, I cry thinking about it, you know? So I get that feeling. I understand that feeling. All right, let's take a look. So let's see what King Legacy is all about. All right. Oh, I love it. Good energy coming from King Legacy. First card showing up is the Lover's card. So number one, this is a card about, yes, it can be about lovers. It can be about romance. I mean, maybe King Legacy is a little interested in you. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. It could be that. But really what I get from this card is partnership, healthy, good partnership, right? This is a card of partners. This card in the astrological sense represents the sign Gemini, the twins, right? So this is a very good partnership, like a blessed partnership. We've got an angel above blessing the couple. So he's coming in. I'm assuming King is a he. He's King Legacy is coming in. And he's really bringing good partnership. I think this is a very blessed partnership. So he's a new person for you to be working with, but very good partnership energy. When I think of partners too, especially like this energy, I always think of like people who complement each other, like yin and yang. People who, like, you bring your skills, which are very good, and he brings his skills, which are also very, very good. You know what I mean? That you're bringing skills that are good in a complementary way. Not you're both doing the same thing, but you're doing different things that complement each other. There's also an equality energy here that I like to see. It's not somebody being higher and bossing you around. It's someone coming in a partner, someone coming in as a partner. So I really see that true partnership energy and a blessed partnership here. So this is a very strong, positive card for his involvement in this project. Very, very good. Second card, King of Cups. He comes with skill and he comes with heart and compassion and talent and creativity. King of Cups energy is someone who's emotionally grounded, not crazy emotions up and down, somebody who really is like stable, very successful, bringing in, I think, really coming in to the heart space of this project. Remember when I was talking about the energy I feel about this project is very positive, but very emotionally moving. It feels truly deeply emotional. Like I pick up that energy so strong from this. How emotional it is for everyone involved, how this is really coming from the heart and is a heart-centered project. You're doing it from the heart. I mean, you're coming into this not with like any ambition other than the heart is the center of the ambition. I want to bring this artist from Jamaica back to his home continent to perform in Africa. He's of African descent, living in Jamaica, never has been to Africa. And to come home to Ghana, to come home to his ancestral land is such a powerful, emotional, spiritual thing. So deeply moving. I mean, my heart just feels like it's filling up just thinking about it. And I do think that King Legacy also is bringing that energy. This is heart-centered energy. So he's a very good addition to this project, because he comes with power and success, and he's coming from the heart space, and he's a great partner. He's not going to try to dominate. He's going to come as a true partner in this. And I love it. I'm wondering if there's a little romantic interest. It's possible. I don't know. Flirtation, maybe more. Who knows? There's something else about this too that's intriguing to me. So Cynthia, next time you and I have a private reading, you can tell me all about that part. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much for your kindness. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. All right. So Hannah had also made a donation. I'm going to look it up here right now. Cynthia, back to your as I'm looking this up on my phone, I just want to tell you how excited I am for your project, and I just really want to keep in the loop on all of that, as you're doing this. Cynthia's booking a concert in Ghana, and it's a big project. Okay, where is my... Okay. All right, sorry. Looking at the wrong one. Okay. Oh, there's something weird happening. That's weird. My Venmo is acting funny. Hold on a second. Hold on. This happened last time with Venmo. Hold on. You can talk about something.
Do you mean me?
Yeah, you. Tell us about your grannies. Well, I'm figuring this out.
I would like to speak about my parents. You know that usually I send a photo of a granny of the day. This time, I actually I can't call my parents grannies because they are 73. But I have a good occasion to talk about them because they turned 73 both recently. They are both Leos, and we visited them this Sunday, so like 4 days ago. We had a family dinner, and I'm very grateful to them because they made me who I am now. I get their features, so although they both are Leos, they are very different. So my father is a real Leo, so he needs a bride to who will honor him. He wants to seem perfect for everyone, and my mother is more soft and mild, and she uh, she cannot do anything bad for anyone. She feels sorry even for a grass that is ripped off from the ground, and this feature was definitely taken by me from my mother because I also want to do everything right in this world, in this universe. Don't want to fail, don't want to offend anyone, but along with this, if somebody did something wrong to my family, I can revenge, and I will do this, but not it won't be emotional. So I always try uh, to stay away from negative feelings like hatred, anger, So if somebody needs to be punished, okay, I will do this, but in my heart, I won't keep any anger for this person. So it's just a mechanical process. This is what my father taught me. So I just very grateful and thankful for my parents. They gave me a lot of lessons in my life, Of course, some of these lessons I were achieved by myself during my adult life, but they build the foundation of this. They build my emotional skeleton.
Mm. So sweet. And there's a beautiful picture of your parents on your Facebook right now. I saw your dad
Actually,
is like,
I sent the photo of them along with Danny to your Instagram. You can show my parents to people
yeah,
right now.
well, you know what? Oh, okay. I saw it also on Facebook. But your dad, like, he looks like he lifts weights. Like, does he work out at the gym?
He's very strong.
Yeah,
He continues training almost every day. Yeah,
it's pretty
and
amazing.
even now, I cannot win in arm wrestling. Although my arm wrestling skills are very strong, very
Well,
strong.
even if the day comes that you can win, he's a Leo. You need to let him win.
Yeah, I know this.
You need to let the Leo win. All right, let me get this picture. Let me download this picture.
Lena, I see your friend request.
Okay, let me bring that picture up. Okay, it's teeny tiny, but not too big, but I can bring it up. All right, let me bring that photo up. I'll share. There we go. Can you see it now? So on the right is Danny, Yvonne's son, and these are this is Yvonne's parents. But look at your
Yeah,
dad.
they are in our list, of course. So they are in the key, and when it's their time, I bring them groceries. Actually, I don't bring; I just send the money, and father goes to the supermarket and buys all this. It really helps them. Their pensions are not the smallest ones. But anyway, if we're talking about the combination of wars, pension, and Ukraine, the result is always miserable.
Yeah. And it's a lot of the seniors that you help. I mean, your dad is strong and fit, but still, it's like, is he able to work? Is he able to do a job? Do people hire him for anything? I mean, in the 70s, he should be able to relax, and the pension is supposed to sustain you. But, you know, it's a similar situation actually here. We have Social Security, but Social Security isn't enough to live on in the United States. And so people have to either save their own money for their retirement or figure out a way to have income when they're older. It's tough.
By the way, a little of statistics just to compare the life in Ukraine and in the United States, for example. According to our statistics institution, about 30% of our pensioners live with a pension which is under $80 per month.
Imagine that living, okay, 2 weeks of groceries, basic groceries is $40 US. A month's worth of groceries is
It's
$80.
80, but along with this, they have to pay the bills, electricity, water, everything else, and
And medicine.
which is even more essential. They have to buy medicine because this age always, uh, always reminds of some diseases. Many
Yeah.
of them are serious.
And so your donation of $10, $20, $40 goes is such a huge, it's $10 for us is two coffees at a Starbucks. This is not the make it or break it for many people, but this can mean a huge difference in someone's life. And if you're able to donate 20, 30, 40, 50, $60, it's like you're donating a month of their Social Security. It's unbelievable, you guys. We get to 80, so it's really, really good. We have some more readings. Hannah has a let me show some more. Thank you so much. I figured out my Venmo thing. Venmo's been acting up for me lately. I don't know what's going on, but Venmo's been a little fussy with me. All right. So Hannah had 3-card reading. So Hannah, do you have a question? And then John Paul had another $10, I guess. Thank you, John Paul. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you to all of you who are making donations. I appreciate you so much. Oh, I wrote it on Venmo. Okay. You can leave it here. It's better if you leave it here, and then we can post it and I can read it and I can remember it. Oh, okay. Cynthia says, I felt like a spiritual attack from him last night. This person started with a threat to the artist. Okay, we'll try to maintain positivity. I don't know this person at all. Huh. I would say have a conversation. Apparently, he's a good reggae promoter in Ghana, and we welcomed him on board this week to help promote the artist. Things are progressing well so far. It's a bit draining, though. Okay, well, yeah, I would say there's more to this because it's showing up very positively. It's not showing up negative. Maybe he's not the one that's bringing the negativity. Maybe it's somebody else or somebody on his team, but he's not bringing it. So I would talk directly with him. Let's see, there's something good. I see a good thing coming from him. So, all right, Hannah, you can put your question in. And John Paul, you have another question. You can go ahead and put that in as well. Thank you so much. By the way, you guys, while we're waiting for Hannah to get her question in, my tarot class, my beginning tarot class is starting October 8th. There we go. Learn tarot from Madame Pamita. We have classes. I only do this once a year. And the reason I do it once a year is because it's 3 5-week classes. It's a there's beginning, that's 5 weeks. There's advanced, that's 5 weeks. And there's professional, that's 5 weeks. Beginning and advanced are if you just want to read tarot confidently for yourself and your friends. But if you want to turn it into a business, then you take the professional level as well. So because it's 15 weeks, it's really a commitment for me. And so I only do this once a year. I do it in the fall when people are getting cozy. Out in the summertime, people want to enjoy the outdoors. And so they don't want to spend Sunday indoors. But as the weather gets colder and we're more indoors, this is a great time for you to do your inner work. I mean, this is the rhythm of life. I mean, as our ancestors would celebrate this. I mean, this is in summertime, you're out, you're working in the fields, you're growing your crops, you're going outside. And in the wintertime, we go and do our inside work. Well, this is also our spiritual work. Our summer work is out there. It's out being in nature. It's out enjoying this. But our inner work is our spiritual work that we do on ourselves, including learning our divination skills, like learning tarot. So tarot does take some time and a commitment to learn. It's not something that nobody I know has picked it up and just been a master at it. It takes time and practice. And the reason I don't have this class as a recorded class is because I know from my own experience the value in practicing reading for other people. And from the beginning level of this class, from very beginning, the first day, you are going to come in on Zoom, but we do breakout rooms and you practice with other students. Now the students, there's no stakes, right? It's just another student who's learning and you're learning. And so you will feel supported by this. You won't feel, oh my gosh, someone paid me $10 for reading. Now I've got to do a good job. You're actually having this lovely experience with another student who's also learning, and you help each other and you develop your skills and get that practice. So it has to be a live class that you go to. It can't be a recorded class, and you have to spend some time with it. So 10 weeks, if you want to learn really from front to back and really be very comfortable with tarot, 10 weeks will do it. But that's a commitment, So, but at the end of 10 weeks, you'll be a tarot reader. So that's a good thing. I remember wanting to learn how to read tarot, and I would try and memorize the cards, and I'd get, not even halfway through the major arcana, and then I'd forget and I'd feel frustrated, and then I'd quit, and then I'd start up again the next fall. So this is a wonderful fall exercise, but I'm telling you, you will not get frustrated. You will start from the very beginning feeling confident and knowing your own skill and your own intuition is guiding you. So I hope that you join me. Some of you join me for my tarot class in the fall. All right. So Hannah. Oh, General Love being been dumped several times this past year. 3 weeks ago by a guy who was wonderful but couldn't care to be consistent anymore. I plan singleness until graduation in 3 years. Well, I'm going to give you a spell. Not only am I going to give you a reading, I'm going to give you a spell. A really good spell, Hannah. Ah, Sagittarius. You're the magical Sagittarius running around collecting information. You need a fun guy. You need somebody fun, adventurous, I could, Sagittarians are like the kind of people who are like, I'm going to sell everything and I'm going to go in a camper van and go traveling around the country and post things on my Instagram. That's a Sag for sure. Adventure, adventure, adventure. You need a fun, vibrant, lively guy. Okay. Let's see what we see. Oh, interesting. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. First card that comes up for you, some sage advice coming from the tarot. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. I want you to look at a very important detail in this card. The scales. What are the scales about? We have this guy, rich guy, giving the poor guys gold coins, and we have these scales. This is about reciprocity. This is about giving and receiving. I get a feeling you are a very loving and generous person, Hannah. You may be giving more than you're getting. And you may sometimes people give, but they don't feel comfortable receiving. You also have to receive. You also have to be willing to receive and feel deserving of receiving. It doesn't have to be you doing everything for these guys, you giving everything. Oh, I'm planning on being a research anthropologist. I love that so much. I love that. That's adventure for sure. So I always say I'm an amateur anthropologist when I go to these events and things where it's nothing that I'm familiar with. And I'm like, oh, I just want to check out the people that are doing something I know nothing about. It's so interesting, right? Anyway, so Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity and balance, right? Giving and receiving. So don't overgive in a relationship. Doesn't mean hold back, but also give space for you to receive, and receive with gratitude. Receive with appreciation. Oh my gosh, it's so nice that you planned this date for us, or it's so nice that you, I don't know, that you brought the picnic basket to our picnic or whatever. Be grateful and appreciative, but don't do everything. Don't overdo. Don't try and give. Receive as well. I think that's a really important message for you. The other thing is about balance in the relationship, having a relationship where you're getting your needs met and they're getting their needs met. And I think that's also really important. Now, look at you. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about you being in your passion, not just passion like sensuality and sexuality. That's for sure a given with the Queen of Wands. She's sensual, sexy, passionate, and all of those things. But Queen of Wands energy is to remind you of your passion, because your fire and your passion radiates magnetism, right? When you're living your life in a passionate way, where you're excited to get up every morning and accomplish the goal, to do the thing, to enjoy the thing, then guess what? You become a beacon and a magnet for people. You are become magnetic. You attract good people. So I would say find activities. I know you're going to school, and you're super passionate about your research anthropology. That is awesome. I love it. But also find clubs, groups, activities, and so on in school, outside of school, wherever, that are about things that you're passionate about. If you can, bring some of those in. Maybe you love winter sports and skiing. Join the ski club. My ex was very giving, but I guess he didn't feel like it anymore. I'm so sorry about that. Now, that's okay. So find the groups, find the people, be excited about life again. Find things that you're passionate about, and that will make you radiate this magnetism to draw people into your sphere. Now, what I see coming for you is this Temperance card. This is somebody in your soul group. Okay, when you go through many lifetimes, you meet people and they come back in another lifetime. Those people that are significant to you are part of your soul group. So while the idea of a soul mate is absolutely true, you do not have one soulmate. Nobody has one soulmate. You might have a soulmate that's a lover. You might have a soulmate that's your best friend. You might have a soulmate who's your pet. You might have a soulmate who's your teacher. There can be lots of soulmates. So, and even multiple potential lover soulmates, right? So this idea that we have that there's one magical person in the world that is our match that we're meant to be with is a little inaccurate. So what you're looking for in this person that's coming is the instant recognition. We call it love at first sight. Love at first sight, meaning instantaneously, you are going to know that is my person. You're going to know that's the person I'm going to marry. This is like a sureness that comes from within you. And you're like, why I met this person, talked to this person for 15 minutes. And yet I know I'm going to marry this person, or I know I'm going to end up with this person. So what I'm saying to you is that person exists out there for you. That person exists out there for you. So hold out for that special relationship. I think that these experiences you're having are great experiences. You're a Sag girl. You need to go out and have adventures, but maybe think of them as adventures and don't look at every single guy that you're with as potentially your person, because your person, you will know, you will have an inner knowing, and that person is coming. But these can be seen as wonderful adventures or okay adventures or so-so adventures, whatever, but they're adventures, right? They're just adventures. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you, the spell. Remember, I promised you I was going to tell you a spell. The spell I'm going to tell you is this. I want you to take a piece of paper. Okay, you're going to have a regular 8.5 by 11 paper, but we'll pretend that this is 8.5 by 11. I want you to take this piece of paper that you have, and you're going to fold it in half, right? Fold it in half. There's a line down the middle. On the left half, you write the things that you didn't like about that last relationship and any relationship that you had this year, any of these relationships, the stuff you don't like your no list. I don't like these things. I don't want these things. Then you have your yes list. What was good about this person that you were with? What was good about the other guys that you were with and the other people that you were with? Write it over here. Now you've got a list of things you don't want, and you have a list of things that you liked and you do want. You can add to these things lists, even things that you never experienced. Well, I don't want that. I don't want that. Or yes, I definitely want that. And I want that. Make these lists really personal to you and really on point. Then take your piece of paper, tear it in half. Now you've got two lists, the no list and the yes list. The no list, you're going to take a match and a piece of foil, and you're going to burn this paper over the foil. And the reason we have the foil down there is because it'll burn and you're going to have to drop it. And you don't want to drop it on the table or start a fire. But if you drop it on foil, no problem. Let the foil cool down. Give it a couple of minutes. Then fold that foil. Oh, I think I had that with my last boyfriend. He's depressed and didn't have the energy to pay enough attention to me anymore. Then he was one of your soulmates, but not the one. It's okay. You got other soulmates up ahead. Don't worry about it. Then your no list, you're going to drop that into the ashes. It's going to be ashes. You're going to burn it up. As you're burning it, say, I will never have a relationship with these qualities again, the no qualities. I will never have a relationship with these qualities again. That's a very important statement, because you are saying a commitment and a promise and making actually a contract with the universe that you don't have flaky guys. You don't have guys that change their mind or decide that they're depressed or anything like that, any of those things, right? Okay. Now you're folding up that foil, and then you're going to go outside of your house, out to someplace far from your home, a park or outside somewhere, and you're going to open up that foil and you're going to let those ashes blow out to the wind. Take that foil and dump it in a trash can in the park and be done with it, right? Now, your yes list, which is all the things you do want in a relationship, you're going to keep that list. You're going to fold that list toward you. So I'm going to show you how to fold it toward you, like you're bringing something to you. And if you need to fold it again, you can turn it clockwise and fold it toward you. And then you put it underneath your mattress, between your mattress and your box spring on your bed, because that's where you're bringing your lover, is to your bed, right? Your perfect lover who is in this piece of paper. And then just set it and forget it. And you're putting a message out to the universe that you don't want that bad stuff anymore. You will not have that bad stuff anymore. And we're putting in an order like we're going to fast food. I have it my way. Burger King used to be have it your way. I love candle spell. Well, yeah, you could do a candle spell for the perfect love. You could put this under a candle, and then when the candle under the candle tray, and then when the candle spell is done, you put this under your bed. A little extra power there. So there you have it. Beautiful spell to get rid of the flaky guys and bring in a good guy. Totally works. Totally easy. All you need is a piece of paper. And if you want to throw a candle in, you can throw a candle in. So John Paul had another question, I think. Oh, John Paul, I'm thinking about doing a presentation and tasting on kava at the senior center where I work at. Should I pursue this? 100% you should. Oh my gosh, I love that you're doing a presentation at the senior center. So sweet. So cute. I bet those seniors love you, John Paul. You're so lovable. I bet they adore you. So cute. Okay. Doing a presentation and tasting on kava at the senior center. That's so wonderful. So fun, elegant. I would love it if I were a senior so-and-so bringing a little bubbly around. Heck yeah, who needs it more than the seniors? I think they need it. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, 100% you should do it. Look at the card that shows up, the Magician. Magician card, so positive. It's about manifesting something. They do. They do love you. You're so lovable, John Paul. Who wouldn't love you? Young or old, they all love you. You're so sweet and so kind. The Magician card is about manifesting something. So what this is saying is like having a dream and then making it a reality. So John Paul, you cannot back out on this. You cannot just keep it a dream. You must make it a reality. That's what this card is saying. You must make it a reality. So talk to the powers that be, arrange for it to happen. Get donations of, maybe you can get a donation of kava from a wine company or something like that. I mean, you could do a whole thing. I think you could do it. This is telling me you can do it, but don't make it just a dream. Make it a reality. Remember, the Magician is saying, "As above, so below." If I can dream it, I can bring it into reality. So you are now being tasked by the tarot, by the divine, to do this activity. You must make it a reality. You absolutely must. I think that this is going to bring to you, I mean, when we think about magician energy, it's empowerment, it's I can do it, I can create it. It's going to create for you something very special for you. Not just for the seniors, but for you. It's going to open up amazing doors, bring new things into your life, new opportunities, new confidence into your life. I mean, there's so many things. I think this would be wonderful. Such a wonderful thing. Yes, yes, yes. Ask C before the store closes on the 16th. Go by the store. Say, hey, I'm thinking of doing this kava tasting at the senior center. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any ideas? Do you want to come and help? Do you want to come and be the guest? It could be a great way to do that. Manifest it, but don't dream it. Do it. That's what this card is telling me. Don't just think about it. Do it. Take action. Put a little magic into it. Say a little prayer or do a little spell or do an affirmation. Anything you can do will to support that, to bringing it into reality be wonderful. So good. Oh my gosh, you guys, you are awesome. Let's see what we did so far. Is there anybody else? It's the last call. So we had Judy for 30. Thank you, Judy.
160 in total.
160?
Yeah.
Wonderful. See, we feeding 3 seniors today. So we got
4.
4. I don't even see. I told you I can't do math. 4. That's better. So now you only had half when you started. Now you have 4.5. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Last call. Anybody want a reading? Got to get it in now. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to get, I have to get my steps in today. I'm trying to get healthy and go walking every day. And I didn't walk today. So I'm going to go out tonight and go for a little walk in the cool of the evening. Such a nice time to go walking. I'll wear a white t-shirt so cars see me. That's our more of our problem in this neighborhood is people driving like they're the only thing in the world. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Love Witch. If you want a full-length reading with me, that's possible too. We can spend a half hour together, 45 minutes together, an hour together, even an hour and a half together doing a reading. I would love to do a full reading with you. And if you have, we can talk about everything because we'll be face to face over Zoom or FaceTime or any of the other modalities on the phone. We can take a look at things. You can ask many questions during that time. My time is there for you to help you navigate your life. I always say that tarot is an amazing roadmap for showing us how to get to where we want to go. We can always take a different route, but it will show us the route and how to get there. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining us here. Next week, we'll be back at the regular time, which is 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern, and 5 a.m. Poor Yvonne. Yvonne got to sleep in an extra half hour today.
It didn't help.
What didn't make any difference?
No difference at all.
Oh my gosh. So we'll just make you get up at 5 a.m. again next week. If it's no difference, we'll just make you get up at 5 a.m. then. Thank you so much for joining me here, Yvonne. Thank you so much for all the work that you do for the seniors. You're the best.
Thank you for all the work you do.
This is my pleasure to be able to connect to you and to see you every week. I want to say thank you to the Love Witch who is here working behind the scenes on always doing an excellent job of production, making sure that we get those information, we get who's made the donations, how much the donations are, all the chat that comes up on the board is all because of the Love Witch doing all the work behind the scenes. There's nobody better in the world than you, Love Witch, at doing all of this stuff. And by the way, you can not only get a full-length reading with me, you could get a full-length reading with the Love Witch. How about that? Yeah, Love Witch is one of our readers at the Parlor of Wonders as well. And so she can do a reading for you too. All right, you guys, well, have a great day, Yvonne. I will send you the money right away. And thank you guys all for your donations. I want to say one last time, thank you to everybody. Thank you to Judy, Bruce, Nancy, John Paul, twice, Lena, Cynthia, Hannah. Hannah, thank you so much, you guys, for your donations. You are the best. We'll see you here next week at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. No, sorry, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern time. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. I can't even think. Thank you again, you guys. Have a great evening. Thank you again. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.